of 1518, a Strasbourg chronicle. The summer of 1518 was already suffocatingly hot in Strasbourg, Alsace. On a narrow, sun-baked street, the mystery began. Not with a cough, not with a fever, but with a twitch. This was not just a historical event. This was the mysterious plague where people danced until they died. It was a Monday when Frau Trophaeus stepped out and started to move. She didn't hum a tune, she didn't smile, she was compelled. For hours she twirled and stomped, her expression vacant and her movements relentless. No one dared to approach the woman who looked like a puppet without strings. By the end of the first week, dozens had joined her, men, women, and children. The city elders, led by Magistrate Jean-Georges, watched in bewildered alarm. They summoned the physicians, who quickly dismissed it as quote, needing release. The physicians' official, terrible remedy was to encourage the dancing. They reasoned that if the afflicted could only sweat the hot blood out, they would recover. Carpenters built a grand wooden stage. Musicians were hired. The cure became the catalyst. The sound of the relentless drumming and the sight of the swaying multitude drew more from the surrounding villages. What began as dozens became a relentless, mesmerizing crowd of over 400. They danced in a dreadful, endless ballet. Day and night the dancing continued. There was no joy, only a trance-like torment. Sleep was forgotten, food was rejected. They were slaves to a brutal, invisible conductor. Their bodies were failing, but their feet would not stop. Magistrate Jean-Georges was seen pacing the city hall, his initial composure gone. He stared out the window at the spectacle, now realizing the catastrophic nature of their mistake. The remedy was killing the people they were meant to protect. The first deaths came quietly, bodies collapsing from heart attacks, stroke, and sheer exhaustion. They were carried away on carts, their faces fixed in a final, terrible rigor. But even the sight of the dead did not break the spell on the living. Finally, as the oppressive heat broke and the deaths mounted, the city council took drastic action. The stages were torn down. The musicians were silenced. The remaining afflicted were carried to a mountain shrine dedicated to Saint Vitus, the patron saint of dancers and epileptics. Over weeks, the inexplicable frenzy subsided. The survivors were left hollowed out by physical pain, by